Hi everyone! So I have triple checked that my microphone is on so I don't have to film this again. This is my post-Christmas haul. So I have a mixture of books that were bought for me as gifts and a mixture of books that I bought for myself because I did stop into Toronto on my way back to Ottawa where I currently live, and of course when I'm in Toronto and I have some time to kill, you know I'm going to go to BMV, so I got 4 books there, and then I also am adding on to this, which wasn't in the original video, but 2 books that I talked about in my Friday reads. So the first book that I got for Christmas was Poor Things by Alistair Gray. This was bought for me by Jen Campbell. Go check out her YouTube channel. Absolutely love Jen. We did kind of like a booktube Secret Santa exchange with a bunch of us that are all friends. So Jen picked this out to me because it is based on a classic, but it's not actually a classic. She bought like off my wish list, and I'm like so pleased that she took the time to find something that was kind of like related to what I read, but outside of my wheelhouse, because like I am trying to expand a little bit, so I am really excited to read this. I don't know much about this, but this is definitely like up there for me wanting to read. And then next, my friend Cassie, we always exchange gifts, like book gifts for like birthdays and Christmas, and she got me, and I don't have my glasses on so this is a bit hard to see, but Crabbit and the Legend of the Satanic Mill by Ottfried Preussler. I laughed really hard when I opened this up because A, it's like a movie cover. Like we've talked about this and we're like, this is actually like an atrocious cover. And I laughed so hard at the English translation of the name, like The Legend of the Satanic Mill. And I was like, I knew as soon as I opened this, I'm like, this is from Cassie. This has to be from Cassie. Basically this is like 18th century kind of Harry Potter, but this came out in the 1970s. It's a German book. And so it predates Harry Potter. So I'm curious about this. I want to get to this, but I've been reading, I just haven't had a chance to get to it, but I think this is pretty high on my like reading list to want to get to because this just seems like so much fun. So I might read this in February, just because I'm really busy with school, so this seems like a lighter, fun book. And then next up, Ange, the lovely Ange from Beyond the Pages. You guys know how much I love Ange. Got me Shirley Jackson's Let Me Tell You. We exchanged gifts this year, and we both got each other Shirley Jackson books, which is just fantastic. I think I got her The Road Through the Wall, I want to say. I think. I bought so many people Shirley Jackson this year that it's hard for me to remember who I bought what. But yeah, this is the Penguin Modern Classic Edition, so I got rid of the hardback edition just because it was so huge, and now this matches the rest of my collection, so I'm so happy with this. She also sent me like a little care package, which was just absolutely delightful, and I've got a mug from her that's like Australian, a cute little magnet, and some like Wonder Woman socks and some erasers, and just, it was fantastic, and just the best. Next up, I got 2 books from the lovely Lily Calder. She is just such a sweetheart, and go check out her channel if you haven't already. She is just, I love Lily. Lily bullied me into doing a gift exchange because I was like, Lily, we're students, we shouldn't do this. And she's like, but we should. And I was like, fine. And she was sneaky and got me 2 books. So the first one she got me is George Orwell, Politics and the English Language, which is this really short like essay. I'm really looking forward to this. I really like George Orwell. I did get rid of my George Orwell collection because I'd read it all, and when I was moving it just wasn't that huge of a priority, but this was one that's been sitting on my wish list for years, and I just never picked it up because I was like, it's so short. I want to get books that like I get my money's worth out of, but I'm so excited to read this. And then she also got me, and I'm gonna butcher this name, but Les Enfants Terribles by Jean Cocteau. I'm butchering that last name, I know, which was on my wish list, and I'm super excited about this. And then lastly, for books that were gifted to me, the lovely Yamini at Beyond the Pages got me Vita Sackville-West's The Edwardians. This will be the second Vita Sackville-West that I've read. I actually ended up, when I was at BMV, finding one, and that was the first one that I read. So I'm really excited because I love the first one that I read, and I'm so excited to read more Vita Sackville-West. She's contemporary of Virginia Woolf and Catherine Mansfield, and was Virginia Woolf's lover. And so yes, I love her stuff. So then onto the stuff that I bought myself. The first one that I have here is Ray Russell's Haunted Castles, The Complete Gothic Stories. You guys know I love Ray Russell. I had this in the Penguin Horror series, which I got rid of when I moved just because I didn't I didn't feel the need to like own everything that was in it, and I just didn't want an incomplete set because of my collectionist tendencies. So when I saw this at BMV in the Penguin Black Spine, it matches The Case Against Satan, which I also have by Ray Russell, which survived the move. So now I can dip in and out of these stories whenever I want. And I think it was $8.99. And this retails for $22 Canadian. So that's how much I saved on it. I was pretty happy with that buy. And I was really happily surprised to find this Vita Sackville West, which is All Passion Spent at BMV, because I haven't seen them like in the wild ever. And they retail for like $19, and I think this was also $8.99. Yeah, it was $8.99 as well. So I picked this up on my way home. I've read this already, really enjoyed it, and I'm really eager to get to more Vita Sackville West. The last two books that I got at BMV were kind of like a surprise, and like they've been on my wish list, and when I saw them, and I think they were also $8.99. No, these were $10.99. These were a little bit more expensive, but they're hardbacks. And the two Daphne Du Maurier VMC short story collections. So The Birds and Other Stories, and Don't Look Now and Other Stories. And these are just absolutely gorgeous. So I think these, yeah, on this back sticker, they have like $32.99 is what they retail for in Canada. I think you can get them on BMV for much cheaper, but the fact that like this was definitely a good buy for me. So now I have like all of the Daphne Du Mauriers except for Frenchman's Creek, because I got rid of that when I moved because I really didn't enjoy that. So then the last two things, which I actually bought this month because I read Orlando and absolutely loved it, but my copy was used and it kind of had a funky smell to it. And I've been wanting to get these for a while, so I used that as an excuse that I really liked Orlando and I really wanted a nice copy. So I picked up the vintage edition, and I did talk about these in my Friday reads, and these are just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I love these vintage editions so much. I will be definitely collecting them all. The like end papers, just everything. I think that these are my favorite out of all the recent releases in recent years of classics, like the Austins, the Brontes, the Russian classics, and the Wolfs. I think that these are my favorite. I think also because they release them slowly, you kind of don't get overwhelmed with them. Like I love my Penguin English Library. Those are like my second favorite, I would say, but because these are slower, I can actually collect them in between like each release. It's not like, oh my god, you released 100 books and it's so hard to get caught up. So, and the back quote on this one is, "He loved to feel the earth's spine beneath him," which I love. I love Orlando so much. I will be doing a full review, obviously. And then I also got The Years, which I'm planning on reading next month with Jean and Lauren. And yeah, I'm just, this is just so gorgeous. And I like that half of them have like a black kind of thing, whereas all the other ones have white. And these are just, you guys know how much I love these editions and how much I can't sing these editions praises enough. And the quote on the back of this one is, "There must be another life here and now. This is too short, too broken. We know nothing, even about ourselves." And it just, I'm so excited to read this. We're reading this in the second half of February, and I'm just absolutely over the moon that I get to dig into this. So yeah, that is what I got for Christmas / bought myself. I was kind of on a book buying ban, which I only bought 4 books in January, and there are 2 that aren't mentioned in this video. One was influenced by a prof because he mentioned it, and I was like, I don't own that, and I haven't read that, and so I just, well in class, bought that book. So I was like, okay, this needs to happen. If a prof is mentioning this, all right, this needs to go on the list. And then another one is one that I have been wanting for ages, and it came in a price that I was willing to pay. So you guys can probably guess what that is, but I'm not going to tell you until I actually get the physical copy, because I want to make sure it's in good condition. But yeah, so let me know in the comments down below, did you guys get any books for Christmas? I love getting books for Christmas, and like it just, exchanging books with friends as gifts, I think is probably my favorite thing to do. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in another video with my Friday reads this week. I am feeling a little better. I know I mentioned that I had a bit of a cold. It's still a sore throat, but like I'm fighting it off. I'm not full-blown sick yet, so fingers crossed it doesn't go full-blown sick. Have a great day, guys. Bye.